Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. This is a quote from John F. Kennedy, our 35th president. Welcome to another episode of Monday Motivation. I know a lot of us are going into work today with the mindset of what's in it for me. But what if instead of asking, what do I want from life? What if we ask, what does life want from me? And if you look around, life's always kind of knocking on our door and placing demands on us. For example, in the time of this crazy virus, life is forcing a lot of us to think a bit more introspectively than we usually would if circumstances were normal. Another example of the way life is always talking to us is when it's always telling us to help other people. If you ever notice, wherever you go, whatever you do, there's people around that are looking to you to help them. So in today's episode, I want to introduce a few ideas that'll help you to change the way you see life a little bit. So, because remember, when your perspective changes, life will change as a result, because a lot of life is about how we choose to see. For example, here's the first idea. I know a lot of us think that life is a duel. For me to get what I want, I have to beat this person or be better than someone else. And to an extent, that's true. But what if life is kind of like a school? A place where not only do we compete, but also collaborate, more so collaborate than compete. And as I have this video, we're at San Diego State University. As you can see, it's pretty beautiful as the sun's up. You can just look around for a bit. It's a really nice school. And a lot of us are always thinking to ourselves, another idea that I can introduce came from Ben Franklin. He said that happiness depends on internals and not externals. But a lot of us think that happiness depends on externals, but not internals. A lot of us think I have this car, I have this boy, this girl, this food. Even some of y'all sitting at work right now thinking, when I get off of work today, I'm gonna feel a lot better. You've noticed how a lot of our lives circle around me, me, me. If you look around, and that's the mindset of most of us, I definitely had that mindset a lot, is that it's all about us. But if you ever notice people who think that their life really isn't where they wanted to go, and I'm noticing through life is that there's a fundamental problem. It's a pretty big problem that affects all of us. It's been a basic issue. Is life about me and my feelings, or what's good and what's true? Those seem to fight all the time if you really think about it. Should I be honest with this person? If I tell them the truth, it might hurt them, but I don't feel like it. These things come up every day. You can't go a day without having this happen. But the thing I've noticed is that life does not begin to work out until what's good and true becomes more important than me and my feelings. Think about this in your own life. You're always gonna kind of have that feelings versus truth or what's right type of situation. Just something to think about, because this affects you. In closing, life isn't really, I've learned a lot of life is not what we think it is. A lot of us think life is just about me, me, me. But as I live my life and get a little bit older, get some experience under my belt, life tends to be more about we. So maybe less ego and more we go, and we'll be a little bit better. And I'll talk about this in one of my videos in the future. A good definition of ego that I've seen is edge God out. And when you edge God out, you edge good out. It's one thing I've just noticed. So if you enjoyed this video, please share it with your friends and family. Take some time to think, what does life want from me instead of what do I want from life, Let's be different, think about things from a different perspective. When you think about things differently, you'll see life differently, okay? And as always, remember, unsuccessful people make decisions based on their current situations, and successful people make decisions based on where they want to be. Make decisions based on where you want to be. Take your time to ask yourself, what does life want from me? Okay, thank you so much. Bye.